I think people carry more than they realize. Not just objects, but memories, stories, and older versions of themselves. And the more you read of Natasha Trethewey's poetry, the more it starts to feel less about the past itself and more ways about the memory, the history, and the identity continue to live inside of people. These three poems especially kept pulling me back into that feeling of what we carry. In Theories of Time and Space, Trethewey writes this line: "The photograph of who you were will be waiting when you return." And this line really stayed with me because it almost treats memory like an actual place. It's somewhere where you can always revisit it, but not actually go there. This poem feels like you're moving from one place to another place, but at the end of the day, emotionally, it feels like you're stuck in the past and present. And because of that, it feels like older versions of ourselves continue to exist somewhere behind us. Another thing that really interested me was how Trethewey's poems don't just explore personal memory, but they also explore the stories that people inherit from others. Duty. Trethewey reflects on a memory her father keeps retelling about surviving the Hurricane Camille together when she was a child. Then she writes this line right here: "Memory forged in the storm's eye, a girl clinging to her father." What really stood out to me here was how the father kept retelling the memory over and over again, almost like he's trying to preserve the moment before time can take it away. And eventually, the memory becomes less about the storm itself and more about the relationship between the father and the daughter. But now with enlightenment, it felt the most different. This time, memory wasn't just emotional, it felt way more historical. For obvious reasons, we'll see. At first, I thought Enlightenment was basically a poem about history and the contradictions surrounding about Thomas Jefferson. But the more I sat with it, the more I realized I was feeling something. I can't really describe it. I think I get this poem mostly because it's not really about Thomas Jefferson. It's about how history continues to live inside of people. Take this quote, for example. "His forehead white with illumination, with the rest of his face in his shadow." The poem keeps dividing things that can be fully separated: history and identity, admiration and criticism, and father and daughter. And by this point, the poems have stopped feeling like reflections on the past alone, and it started to feel like reflection on how people carry history within themselves. I think that's what stayed with me the most with all these poems, is that you can never truly leave or escape the past. We carry memories, stories, and history of ourselves. And maybe being human means learning to live with those things. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and well, see ya. Until next time.